Coming to you from that once-forgotten artery that pulses through the center of the continental United States and into the heart of the Ozarks, Grace Matthews. Looking in from the northern border, our Canadian friend, along with his countrymen feeling the effects of U.S. political issues, Connor Murphy.
Welcome to Dueling Dialogues, episode 194. I'm Connor Murphy here with Grace Matthews in Springfield, Missouri. Hi, Grace. How you doing?
It's Friday!
Yes, it is.
And I'm going to happy hour today.
Oh, are you? Nice.
I haven't done that. I haven't been doing that for a while. So.
Yeah, I haven't been happy either.
Well, you need to be happy for an hour on Friday. I mean, one day a week. Come on.
Yeah, you need booze to be happy nowadays, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
With all this impeachment talk.
Hey,
you need booze.
I got 4 more years of Trudeau. Never mind impeachment.
You need a lot of booze.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, it's just crazy, and every time you sort of hear, oh, they got something. They got the president. Oh my gosh, they got him. And then you sort of hear it or read the transcript, and no, they didn't really get it.
Yeah, exactly.
There really isn't anything there. Where is the there? Now, I am worried. I'm going to tease this. It's not really about what the show's about today, but I have a feeling that in 2 weeks, we're going to talk about Rudy Giuliani being in a lot of trouble.
Oh, really?
He had to lawyer up yesterday. Now, that's in all this impeachment talk. It sort of reminds me of Iran-Contra back in the Reagan days.
Right.
And Oliver North.
Right.
Oliver North is Rudy Giuliani.
Right.
I think Rudy, maybe the fall guy, he might have been acting a little rogue.
Knowing him, I would say that probably it could be the case.
Yeah, he's a lightning rod. But I don't see them getting the president so far.
No,
this is the stuff they have. It's not. It's nothing.
Yeah, I saw an interesting video on Facebook the other day. Not sure who the channel is or the page that it came from, but it was just a guy going out and interviewing people with a microphone and a video camera, and it looked like Venice Beach. And the question was, should Trump be impeached? And pretty much every Californian said yes. Mm-hmm. And then he said, well, okay, what should they impeach him for? And they had nothing. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you got to have something.
Or they'd say Russian collusion. And they're that
kind fell apart a few months ago.
Yeah, but nobody had a reason to impeach him.
Wow.
Just a bad president. That's what they said.
Yeah, a bad president, you know. Well, our forefathers put things in place for a bad president. And you know what? I hope yours did. But you got that prime minister for another 4 years. No,
that's all been changed. He's untouchable. I think he's proved that he's untouchable. He could do whatever the hell he wants. There is just growing and growing and growing an idea here in the West that we're better off to separate. So hashtag Wexit.
Wexit.
The west of Canada is looking for other options. Where I read an article yesterday where Alberta is thinking about asking the U.S. to become a territory.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Yeah, they got a ton of oil and gas. Yeah. They could supply
I think we ought to also take on Mexico as a territory.
There you go.
You know, after the shooting of this Mormon family across the border, they kind of used them to attract it was one drug cartel trying to attract the attention of another drug cartel so they could ambush them.
Right.
They shoot up 6 kids, 3 moms. Come on the way to a wedding.
Wow.
Why don't we take that piece of shit country over? It's a beautiful country. The Mexican people are lovely people. The cartel ruins it.
Yeah, and it's tough because they've got people in government, they've got people in the military, they've got people in the police force. Very, very tough, slippery road that they're on where, they know this stuff is going on. They know it's wrong. They're trying to stop it. But how can you begin when you can't trust anybody?
Part of the problem here is that Trump has made, a big impression on that border. He has built some fence or wall, whatever you want to call it. He's also got the Mexican government to cooperate. So it's hurting the amount of drugs that the cartel can get across the border.
Right.
Okay? Then they get mad and they become more violent. They become way more violent against Americans in Mexico.
Right.
Okay? For the first time in years, under the Trump administration, drug use is down. Are you kidding me? We got a better economy. We got people with jobs. Minorities are doing better than they ever have. The stock market hit an all-time high yesterday.
Wow.
The talks are going great with China. Love him or hate him, you gotta say the man is getting it done.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
getting the shit done.
Yeah, not like Trudeau.
No. So, you may not like who he slept with. You may not like the color of his skin. You may not like his hair. But you know what? That's just not enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
Don't look at him. Don't sleep with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I guess we better move on. The topic today is kind of fun.
Okay.
But serious, because there's lots of stuff floating around out there. And to tell you the truth, I don't know what's true or not.
Okay.
So I thought for our listeners, and our listeners are awesome. Our show keeps doing better and better.
This is almost like a little game.
It is like a game. It's like truth or fiction. I don't know. I'm not saying what we're saying is true. I'm just saying it's out there.
Right. Okay.
The very first thing I've got here is Democrats are so fraudulent and corrupt that they don't even use their real names with the American people. Okay. Now, here's what we got. Barack Obama's real name is Barry Soetoro.
Really?
They say that is the name that he registered under in Colombia. They say that name is what has people concerned about whether he was actually born in the United States. I don't care whether he was born in the United States. He's already been president. That's over. However, later he changed his name to Barack Hussein Obama.
Okay.
Okay?
His real name is Barry?
Yeah. He doesn't look like a Barry. All I can think about is Barry Gibbs. Back when the Gibb brothers had the afros.
Yeah.
They're white as snow. They're Australian. And I don't know why in my mind that image just married itself, to Barry Gibb. And Obama with an afro. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm delusional. I realize that.
If he didn't change it to Barack Obama, they would have made him change it before he ran for president. There's no way you could have a President Barry.
Barry, yeah. Yeah, it is pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. And the next one is Omar's real name is Alon Esme. Yeah, they say the reason she changed her name is so she could marry her baby. And also her family had a lot of ties to terrorism. So she really needed to change her last name to Omar.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? That one makes total sense.
Yeah. It does. And at least she had a rumor. I still back up at Barack. Why would he get that middle name Hussein in there?
I don't know.
Saddam Hussein was already in power, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
I wouldn't have chose that name. But
definitely has something to do with the Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah, SB, Omar, I don't know.
Yeah,
That
I don't
doesn't
know.
seem that different. Okay, Kristen Gildebrand. Her real name is Tina Rutnick.
Okay. Huh.
No big deal. Now the next one I did know about, Bill de Blasio, the mayor of New York City, his real name is Warren Wilhelm Jr.
Okay, I don't understand some of these name changes.
Okay, well, de Blasio wanted to be, it was about the ethnicity, okay? I guess having a French last name made him more ethnically
Right.
in
Right.
touch. Then Wilhelm was a little too white, a little too. That's got to be a British last name, probably. I mean, um,
Wow.
French people are really white too. So I'm trying to tell you what I've heard. I don't necessarily
Believe it. Yeah.
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 Okay, Beto O'Rourke is really Robert O'Rourke. We did kind of know that. Beto makes him seem Hispanic. His dad gave him that nickname for that very reason.
Okay.
Because, he thought he would do better in life if he seemed a little Hispanic.
Well, I don't think it makes him Hispanic at all. I am kind of puzzled by that one, but whatever.
Okay, Bernie Sanders is Bernard Gutman.
Okay. You sure you didn't make some of these up?
I am sure I didn't. I couldn't have, really. Okay. Kamala Harris is Maya Harrison. Now, I did sort of know that.
Oh. What's wrong with Maya Harrison?
I love the name Maya.
I do too.
I like it better than Kamala.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, here's a good one. Pete Buttigieg is actually Paul Montgomery.
Okay. Wow, some of these
What's she
just...
got against Paul Montgomery?
I have no idea.
And
Obviously...
Buttigieg is hard to say.
I don't know. Family skeletons in the closet, maybe?
I don't know, but when you look at Buttigieg, it's kind of like butt gig.
Yeah, yeah.
Does he really want somebody, a last name that starts with butt?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all.
I don't know. You know what it reminds me of? This will crack you up. I've got a tree in my front yard, okay?
Okay.
It faces the house, right? The living room, we got this big picture of windows, and the marking in the tree is like an ass.
Okay.
This is like a crack that goes to the ass. So when I see this name that says butt,
You thinking of
I think of my tree.
You think of your ass tree.
I mean, it's so bad, and it looks so much like a butt. We kind of have talked about covering it up, because it's lewd.
Oh, that's too funny.
My little granddaughter will come and go, Nana, somebody's bottom's out there.
Oh, too funny.
Yeah. Elizabeth Warren is not really, her name isn't really Pocahontas, but it's Liz Herring, like the little fishies, those little herring fishes. I don't know why she didn't like Liz Herring.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, Cory Booker was known as Tony Booker. What's wrong with Tony?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't like Tony. I always liked that name. Maybe his name was Anthony. I don't know.
Right.
Eric Holder was Eric Hinton.
Okay. Huh. Wow. I can't believe how many of them changed their names.
I can't either. I was really shocked by that and pretty intrigued.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked. I had no idea all these people had changed their names.
Yeah.
It makes sense, I guess, in the celebrity world. Why not in politics?
Absolutely. Okay. Here is just sort of a little sampling of what's out there, because people are starting to rationalize what the Democrats are doing. They're sort of trying to rationalize what Trump does. How do you balance maybe, like we were talking about in the beginning of the show, him, his record and him personally.
Right.
But when the Democratic Party doesn't seem to have a focus beyond taking out Trump, people actually question it. And here's a quote that was online. There are a lot of people out there who don't like President Trump, and that's their business. But when a political party spends 100% of their efforts and energy on destroying a duly elected president, there is danger. They will destroy anybody who disagrees with them, including you and me. People are starting to take this personally. Even people that did not vote for Trump, okay?
Right.
They're starting to say, well, he was duly elected. The economy's good. He hasn't started a war. He hasn't destroyed the economy. Why are you so intent on taking him down?
Yeah.
And is that all you got?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Now, here we go back shorter to our original theme, which is truth or fiction. There was a 16-year plan to destroy America by Barack Obama, who was supposed to do these things we're going to talk about between 2008 and 2016.
Okay.
Then Hill was supposed to come along in 2016 to 2024 and finish it off. Okay?
Okay.
Now, if it would have been a really good plan, you would have reversed that. Had her first, then him.
Right.
But so I would already blow holes in the plan. Okay, so here's what Barack Obama was supposed to do. Install rogue operators in the government, i.e. Comey, Lynch, Holder, etc.
Okay.
We know that he had a lot of people in the deep state doing his business. I mean, look at the letters. And then last week we learned Lisa Page was doing McCabe and Stroke.
Right.
So she got around. In this age of Me Too on the left, I'm a little surprised she would be so loose.
Loose? Yeah.
But, I would be a little worried about that. Okay. He was going to remove good guys from government. Valerie Jarrett was in charge of that, getting that done.
Okay.
That was, and you got to remember, Valerie is still with them. She lives with them. Him and Michelle.
Right.
Which is weird. Okay. Fund terrorism. MS-13 and ISIS. He actually learned through the OFA and other ways that he appropriated money. He actually did sort of fund terrorism. And if you will watch today, still, Nancy Pelosi and company will still defend MS-13 and ISIS to a certain extent.
That is very fishy that's even occurring. So there's something going on there, definitely. Which kind of tends to make me believe this theory.
Yeah, I mean, and of course these people, Hillary and Barack, more so Barack, I believe, are globalists. So destroying America is really a pathway to globalism to them. It's not that they want to blow America up so much as the American way. They want to unite, sort of like the European Union.
Right.
Okay, which hasn't really worked out that well either. Okay, next, Barack Obama, they were to leak classified intelligence and military secrets to none other than China and Russia.
Okay.
I do not have examples of that, but I tell you, I believe that. Okay?
Yeah.
Remember, truth or fiction. Some of these things I can't back up. Some of them I can.
Well, she kind of did that. Hillary did that.
Well, you're ready to
with her email server.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got a point. Okay, special access program SOA. Now, and they use as an example here Hillary's server. So I would kind of join those two things together.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
leak of classified information and allowing special access.
Right.
Okay. His job was also to nuclearize North Korea and Iran, which it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, he really gave Iran a lot of money and turned his head the other way. He turned his head on North Korea, and that's how they were able to build the nukes they have.
Right.
Okay. He cut military funding. Okay, you cut the military, it's easier to globalize.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, he weakened the NSA and revealed the programs. That's one reason why Edward Snowden's sent over to Russia.
Right.
Because he pretty much exposed that. Did he do it the right way? I don't know. I don't think he did it the right way. However, I'm not so sure he should be sent in Russia.
Well, is he? I thought he was in the UK now, serving a sentence.
Oh, is he? Is he in?
Yeah,
No,
I'm not sure.
Are we confusing him with the WikiLeaks guy?
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Snowden worked for the NSA.
Right.
Okay. In fact, the WikiLeaks guy certainly played a part in some of this.
Yeah, Assange. Yeah.
Yeah, Assange. Right. Okay. He funded, supplied North Korea and Iran. Again, this comes down to Iranian One, because Russia certainly doesn't mind to give uranium to North Korea and Iran. So we gave them, Russia, uranium, okay?
Right.
They turned around, gave it to Iran and North Korea.
Right.
And then we, of course, had that Iran deal.
Yeah.
Talked about earlier. Weakened command of generals. He ended the don't ask, don't tell. I don't know that would be the most important. I don't know that would be the thing that would weaken generals. But I do believe that he did not value generals.
Right.
Okay, and their thoughts. Okay, target weakened the conservative base. Okay, what he did was he had the mainstream media that is against conservatives, Republicans, right, and such. He also, the IRS under him, targeted Republicans, conservatives, and their organizations.
Okay.
Kill NASA and the space supremacy, or EMP risk. End of the space shuttle, remember?
Right.
He basically pulled us out of space.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's the biggies that we're dealing with today. Relax borders and flood the country with illegals.
Sounds like Soros's playbook to me.
Yeah, and that is a new Democratic voter.
Right.
Okay? Now, that was his job. That was Barack Obama's 8 years. Now, Hillary's 8 years was to create World War III, real and orchestrated. Okay? Revise the Constitution. Kill rights that create freedoms, specifically the First and the Second Amendment.
Wow.
Okay? Freedom of speech, freedom to carry a gun. Okay? Close U.S. military bases globally. Weaken that military response time. Make it take longer to get there.
Right.
Population control and pocket billions. Okay? There's a lot of, if we don't get a grip on drugs, and when we turn our head on drugs and homelessness, it's really not empathy. It's really an apathy that kills. It is population control. Also, mandated health care, where the government is making decisions. I know that Canada has done it differently. That can also be a population control.
Absolutely.
Releasing diseases like measles
Yeah.
can be a population control. Okay, ban sale of firearms. We've already kind of discussed that with the First and Second Amendment. The mass shootings, they say no guns, as if those guys won't get them anyway. Destroy and censor opposing news outlets. That would be giving, censoring the news.
Right.
Getting rid of Fox News, getting rid of Newsmax, America One.
Yep.
Allowing CNN and MSNBC to just run wild with their dogma. Eliminate final good guys in government. Get rid of those guys in there, those career guys that are resisting this type of behavior. Install corrupt Supreme Court justices. We've got some justices right now that are trying to legislate from the bench. Okay, justices are supposed to enforce the laws set forth by Congress.
Yeah, absolutely. Not make the laws themselves.
Not make their own. Okay, they want to open borders. Kill economy and starve. I once wrote a long article about how Poland got sucked into communism.
Right.
And it was written, I had interviewed a man who had lived in Poland when he was very young. And they were going to feed everybody, right?
Right.
Next thing you know, there's soup lines and they're running out halfway through.
Yeah.
When the government controls food, it's scary.
That's
People
when a lot of
starve.
Yeah, that's when a lot of my ancestors came to Canada. When there was talks of war, there was famines, and people were starving, and
Absolutely.
There wasn't a good time. So they hopped a boat and came over here.
Very sad, very scary, and there's a lot in history that tells us do not bow down and allow
Communism. Yeah.
Communism or socialism. I mean, socialism is just the road to communism.
Ask Venezuela how well that worked out for them.
Yeah, that's a great example. Remove the Electoral College. We know that Hillary, that would be first on her agenda.
Yeah, it'd be easier to fix an election that way.
It also says that they would have rigged voting machines.
Yeah.
I believe that. I kind of believe there might be some of those that exist already. I mean, when you have a place like there was in Pennsylvania where not one person voted for a Republican, not one person in a whole county.
Wow. Okay.
Sounds a little rigged. Okay?
Yeah.
You just can't get that many people to agree on anything.
Right.
So, my screen just went blank. Give it a second. I do believe this was their plan. I do believe that they never believed for a moment that Hillary would not win.
Yeah, I mean, according to the polls, she was at like 90%. So, they were caught off guard.
So that basically sums the 16-year plan up. At the end, she was going to eliminate the rest of the military funding. I find that even if you wanted to go global, would you really eliminate all the military? Maybe so. It seems a little far-fetched to me, but the whole idea that we are even discussing the possibility of socialism and communism just seems so far-fetched to me. Period.
Well, it tells you how strong the brainwashing from our media has been.
Exactly.
And it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing. I mean, basically right now, Trudeau, I could compare him to Hillary, and what we're seeing here in Canada is what you guys would have been going through if Hillary would have gotten in.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, there could not be a better comparison.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you manipulate an entire country? Because we know it happened. We know that's what Hitler did. We know that Mussolini did it.
Right.
We know that Chavez did it in Venezuela. So it happens. It's happened through history. Okay, first thing you do is hijack the media.
Right.
Hijack the news. Hijack the press.
Already done in
I'm reading
Canada.
this. They're all the same thing to me, but okay. You hijack the biggest online search engine.
Right. Done. Check.
Done. Hijack the biggest online social platforms.
Done. Check.
Okay. Hijack the school system.
Done. Check.
Then you manipulate the facts, push the narratives, create lies. Make people believe what you tell them to believe. Period.
Welcome to Canada.
This is exactly what the left has done, what they're trying to do. They're meeting resistance from the right. In my opinion, not quite enough resistance. These people do not appreciate our freedom. They look at the freedom as a bad thing.
Yeah, when you're one of the untouchables looking down at the regular people in the country, you don't give a shit.
Well, good point, because they think that when this takes place, when their plan takes place, they're going to be part of the elitists. So they don't think it's going to affect them.
Right.
What they don't understand is some of the people they're trying to protect are going to turn on their asses.
Yeah, they forget about pitchforks.
I love that.
Yeah.
I remember your little, you have that picture.
Yeah.
Of those pitchforks, and they're almost like stick kind of drawings.
Yeah.
I love that picture. That's you need to get that out again. Their end goal is to be able to control you. Okay? You talk about keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. Know your enemies.
Yeah. And, with modern day phones, that phone is tracking you everywhere you go, where you're located, date, time, everything.
Exactly.
So, they talk about surveillance. They just turn on your microphone and listen through your phone.
And let me tell you a little something else about these asses. Let's talk about their wages. Okay? Now, and I'm talking about their retirement wages, okay?
Right.
Earlier we were talking about disability and retirement. I want to say that I have a son that's on disability. This just came up yesterday. And he's doing great. We adopted him. He has several illnesses since birth. Okay, he has fallen in love with a girl that also has disabilities. They're right at 30 years old now. Okay? In order for them to get married, they lose $400 a month. That's a lot of money for them.
Wow.
That is wrong. Under Barack Obama, he created a war on marriage. Now, right. I'm not even a crusader for marriage, but I think anybody that wants to get married should be able to.
I believe that is the way it is here in Canada. If you live with somebody, after 6 months, you're considered their spouse.
Well, we don't have that in Missouri. Some states do, and most states is about 7 years.
They do that to actually discount your disability. Like, it's not hard enough to live on that disability, but you're going to take money away because there's two of you. So fight it out, I guess. I don't know.
That's just sad because, so together, separately they can make about $780 a month, okay?
Right.
From their disability. If they get married, together they can only get $1,119.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? And in Springfield, to rent an apartment I'm not even going to call it an average apartment, okay?
Right.
You need to make $30,000 a year.
Wow.
Okay, so what part of this is stupid? Okay, it's setting up for disaster, and you got to wonder why there's homeless.
Yeah.
Okay, so that gets me to these wages. Okay, the salary of a retired U.S. president is $450,000 for life. The salary of a House or Senate member for life is $174,000. The salary of the Speaker of the House is $223,500. The salary for the majority or minority leaders is $194,400 for life. The salary of a soldier that was deployed in Afghanistan is $38,000 a year. The average income for seniors on Social Security is $12,000 a year. I think we found where some cuts should be made.
Abso-frickin-lutely. Same things going on in Canada, man. It's they do the one term, and they've got a pension for life. Wrong.
It is very wrong, and we could go on, and we will probably do a part 2 of the show sometime.
Oh, this is interesting. I learned a lot.
Yeah, because I've got all of Hillary's excuses. Do we have time to do that today, or should we?
No.
Let's for the next one?
Yeah, let's save that for the next one.
Okay. I hope everybody kind of enjoyed thinking about that.
I did. I can definitely agree. We should continue this conversation in the future weeks.
We will do that, and we don't always agree, but life's a journey, and we're all in this together. Godspeed, Connor. Godspeed to all of our listeners out there. And remember what Oliver Doodle says. Doggy doodle doo. I love you.
Godspeed, Grace, and everyone. Thanks for listening.